can't touch this. You can't touch this.
The wife of Bathsheba. In the old days of King Arthur, the land was filled with fairies. I speak now of many hundred years ago, of friars who wandered the land by every stream, as thick as specks of dust in a sunbeam, and of the elfin queen with her jolly little rout, who often danced together in the queen's green open forest. Now, women were able to go safely around under every bush and every tree, but beware the incubus. He won't do a thing but dishonor them. It happened that the king at this time had with him a bachelor in his house. This lusty liver, while riding from his hawking by the river, once chanced upon alone as she was born, a maiden who was walking soon forlorn. For him, despite all that she did or said, by force deprived her of her maidenhead. Because of this, there was such a clamoring, and such a demand to uphold justice. This knight was all but numbered with the dead. By course of law, he should have lost his head. But the queen and other ladies prayed that the knight might grant him grace. There.
I will spare you today, young knight, but I will leave you in my queen's good graces. By the course of law, you should have lost your head. Consider yourself very lucky.
For you things stand in such a way, it can't be said if you're to live or not. I will grant your life if you can tell me what it is that one most desire. Beware the iron axe, for I'll only give you 12 months, so you can seek an answer that is sufficient. Full of woe, the knight set off on his journey. For months he searched and came up with answers all different from the rest. Some said women love riches best, while some said honor, happiness, sex, and remarriage. Others said flattery and gossip. The others said that women take the most delight in keeping secrets. But we all know that women cannot keep their mouths shut. Take the story of King Midas, for example, a perfect representation that women cannot keep secrets. Anyways, on with our tale. A year has soon passed faster than the knight thought, and he found himself stuck without an answer. So to go home he headed on the forest floor and found a lady, an old and ugly lady, and thought to himself,
maybe I'll ask his old wife what it is women most desire. It couldn't hurt.
What are you seeking, young knight?
Dear mother, it is for sure that I am dead if I cannot secure what it is that all women most desire. If you could teach me, I would sure hire.
Give me your word, and I will tell you what women most desire.
I've come back to the day and to be spared, because now I can give a proper reply. Generally, the thing that women most desire is power over their husbands or the one they love, to be the master or to be above. This is your most desire.
The queen was surprised. What a proper answer. No wife or maiden or widow in the court could think to contradict the knight's report, not even the queen herself. His information was correct, and each man in the court was in agreement. The knight would keep his life.
My queen! 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 Before your court departs, please grant me my right. I was the one who taught this knight the answer for which he gave the solemn oath. Before the court, I therefore pray, Sir Knight, that you will take me as your wife, because I am the one that saved your life.
This is not my area of expertise. I am leaving. The knight was appalled. The thought of marrying this old lady sickened him.
I know I have promised you anything you've expressed. For the love of God, please choose a new request.
No! I know I may be old and ugly and poor, but I would give anything if only I could be your love and your wife.
Your love? No!
Yes.
But no matter how much the knight begged and begged, the two were married privately the next morning. So woeful was the knight, for his wife was old and ugly. That night they sat talking, because the knight himself was still too sad about the predicament he was in, but the old lady did not understand why he was acting in such a way. She asked him,
My dear knight, why are you acting this way? Does every knight act like this to his new wife? I am your one true love, your wife, and the one who saved your life. I have never done you wrong. Why do you treat me this way on our first night? Please, Tell me what I've done wrong so I can fix it.
Fix it? There's no way to fix this. You are so old and loathsome, and let alone from a lower kind. How could I not act this way towards you? Towards someone so poor and helpless that she has to trick a knight like me into marrying her?
The old lady was astonished with what the knight had said. It didn't seem fair that just because she was old, ugly, and poor, that she should be treated this way, for she was still a good person.
Is this the cause of your distress?
Of course it is.
Well, I can cure you of all this if you will only be more kind to me throughout the next 3 days. But the way you talk about titles and heredity, that is, what makes a person noble, well, it's just stupid. Even though our ancestors can give us family lineage, they can't pass along virtue. To be noble is to be in one's actions, not to who they were born to. So, many noblemen have children who do evil. True nobility can only come from God and cannot be measured by how rich or poor your family is. So, if you are upset about how ugly I am and how poor, just remember that Jesus himself chose a life of poverty. To live happily in poverty is to be wealthy. The one who doesn't have anything and doesn't want anything is truly wealthy, even though people like you pity them. Also, criticize me because I am old, but aren't people always saying that you should respect your elders and they should be honored for their wisdom, and you call me ugly, but I'm crying. Maybe keep people faithful, but since I know what will make you happy, I will give you a choice. I could be old forever, or I could be young and beautiful, and you can take the risk of me cheating on you with other suitors who will seduce me. Now you need to make your decision, which one you prefer.
The knight was taken aback by the answer he had received. Never had a person shown so much love and sacrifice toward him.
My lady, my love, I will put myself into your hands. You may choose which will be better for you, and I will learn to be happy with it. You mean it? Yeah.
It was anything any maiden could ever hope for and desire, control over her man.
Oh, my knight, then let's please stop fighting, for I chose to be faithfully good and beautiful. Ah.
And so it was. The next morning the knight found that she had turned into a young, beautiful wife overnight. And that's how they lived for the rest of their lives, happily ever after.
Can't touch this.